Okay, so the next one that we're doing is again an example of probability. Let's and suppose if you have a sample space of a random experiment. This is not like a word problem. They have given you all the elements and they're just telling you to find out probabilities of a few things, and then you have to check whether those are exclusive sets or not, or whatever it is. Suppose these are the elements of a sample space a1, a2, a3, and a4. They can be anything, okay? So they're just giving you in general. Suppose probability of a1 is equal to zero point 0.3. Probability of a2 is equal to zero point 0.1. Okay. Probability of a2 is equal to zero point 0.1. Probability of a3 is equal to zero point 0.4. And probability of A4 is equal to zero point 0.2. Now just consider two events A and B such that A has all these elements A1 and A2. B, another event which has got these elements A2, A3 and A4. Okay, so you have to find the following things. What are the things you have to find? You have to find out probability of A, probability of B, find probability of A complement, find probability of A intersection B, probability of A union B, sixth one, probability of A complement intersection B complement. And also you have to check if A and B, whether are they mutually exclusive. Okay, so these are the few things which you have to check. Now suppose the very first thing was they asked us to find out probability of A, and A में these two elements are there. Okay, so we'll find out probability of A will nothing be but probability of the addition of the individual elements, right? So this will be probability of A plus probability A1 plus A2. So what is probability of A1? It's zero point 0.3. A2 is I think it was zero point 0.1. Oh sorry, this is zero point 0.1. Okay. Yes, so adding up both the values, correct? So probability of A1 plus probability of A2 will be equal to zero point 0.3 plus zero point 0.4, that is equal to zero point 0.4. So probability of A is equal to zero point 0.4. Next question, they asked us to find probability of B. B में which are the elements? B में you have A2, A3 and A4. So probability of B will be probability of A2 plus probability of A3 plus probability of A4. This is equal to A2 ka values plus A3 plus A4, kind of adding up all the values, and then we get 0.1 plus zero point 0.4 plus zero point 0.2. So that comes 6 plus 1, right? 0.7. Correct? So that's the value of probability of B. Okay. So the next one. Next one was you are finding out probability of A intersection B. Okay. So probability of A intersection B, sorry, probability of A dash. Okay, that's complement of probability. So we have already done that formula where probability of A complement is nothing but 1 minus probability of A. While I was listing out all the elementary properties of probability, this was, I guess, the first one. So this will be 1 minus probability of A, that is zero point 0.4, so that's 0.6. Okay. Now the fourth one. Fourth one means probability of A intersection B. But we have not yet, listed the elements from A intersection B. We can clearly see A has A1, A2, B has A2, A3, A4. Intersection is nothing but the elements common to both. Yeah, जो present in A and as well as present in B for sure. Okay. So probability A intersection B, let us list down first. A intersection B is you just have that one element A2 common to both, correct? So probability of A intersection B will be nothing but probability of this element only A2. What is the probability of A2 that was given to us? That is equal to zero point 0.1, right? So we will just write that is equal to zero point 0.1. Okay. Another fifth one. Fifth one means when you have what was the fifth one asked? Fifth one, they had asked us to find probability of A union B. So we are first taking out A union B and then uska individual probabilities we'll find out. Okay. Union B matlab दोनों का combination, right? A1, A2, A3 and A4. So let's write down or let's list the elements in A union B first. Probability of A union B will be addition of all A4. All the answers that we're going to write down. We know that everything is equal to should of course be equal to 1 because it's like complete, no? So वही तो है sample space में. So sample space का probability should always be equal to 1. This is A1. How much was A1? A1 was 0.3, 0.1, 0.4, 0.2, right? So adding up all, we get the answer as 1. So that's the entire sample space. Of course, we have. Now there is another way also of finding out probability of A union B. Huh? We know that this property always holds. This is that one property. You can do it any way you want. Huh? You can either do it this way or I'll tell you the alternate way. Alternate way के लिए this addition theorem, this property you have to remember. Probability of A union B is nothing but probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So now we have all the remaining values. A, B have, B ka probability we have, probability of A intersection B we have. So this time it is easy for us to find out probability of A union B because we know the other three values. In case agar ye wala nahi pata hota hai, then you can do it this way. What is probability of A? A is 0.4, B is 0.7, 0.4 plus 0.7 minus probability of A intersection B. What is A intersection B? That's 0.1, right? Minus 0.1. So this is 0.4 plus 0.7 minus 0.1. So that's 1.1 minus 1.1. So that's 1. So both the ways you get the same answer, of course. You can use any way. But यहाँ पे easily we got the answer of A intersection B. So right, we can always substitute that and write over here. But agar if you don't have this value, then you can use this method, whichever is okay. Okay. So now the next one. What was the next one? They told us to find probability of A complement intersection B complement. Okay. So there was something called as a De Morgan's law. The De Morgan's law के हिसाब से you have another rule which says probability of A intersection A complement intersection B complement is nothing but probability of A union B the whole complement. Okay, this is again a law. So now they had asked us to find out probability of A intersection A complement intersection B complement. That will be nothing but, of course, we know this whole thing can complement him, and we know that A ka complement. How do we find out? 1 minus probability of A, correct? So abhi probability of A union B ka complement. How will we find out? 1 minus probability of A union B. So this is nothing but 1 minus what is probability of A union B? We just now found out that is equal to 1. So that's equal to 0. So we're getting probability of A complement intersection B complement is equal to 0. Alright. Now the next last one, they asked us to check if A and B are mutually exclusive events or not. What is the meaning of mutually exclusive events? Mutually exclusive events mean they should not have anything in common, correct? But what did we have initially in A? A may we had A1, A2. B may we had A2, A3, A4. Are these mutually disjoint? Are they not having anything in common? No, right? They have this A2 in common. So A intersection B may we have that A2 common. It's not a disjoint. मतलब उसमें common कुछ तो है. So that is why A and B are not mutually exclusive events. Okay. This is just the question they had asked, whether are they mutually exclusive or are they not mutually exclusive. So तुमने लिख दिया कि they are not mutually exclusive. But one more extra thing what you can see is, this is actually, it is not asked in the question, but it's just that you can write it separately in case if they ask you A and B are what type of events. So then the next one we did was mutually exhaustive. Okay, exhaustive ke liye what was the criterion for mutually exhaustive? It was A union B should be equal to the entire sample space. What is A union B? A union B is A elements we have A1, A2, B elements we have A2, A3, A4. So we will write this A1, A2, A2 is repeating twice. As I said, we're not going to write it two times, only once, A3 and A4. What is this A1, A2, A3 and A4? But this is nothing but our exact sample space. Our sample space in the beginning was this four elements only, A1, A2, A3, A4. So now we have got A union B is equal to the entire sample space, which means A and B are mutually exhaustive events. Please don't confuse between exclusive and exhaustive. Exclusive means intersection में you don't have anything. Exhaustive means दोनों का combination लेके you get the entire sample space. That is called as exhaustive. Okay. So today's class we saw the types of events. What do you mean by probability initially? And then we saw that the tiny definitions, random experiment, events, outcomes, what are equally likely outcomes, what are sample space, and all of that. Then we quickly recall about the types of events. So many types of events we dealt with, the elementary or simple, occurrence, non-occurrence, complementary, impossible, sure events. Then we dealt with algebra of events, like how do you find out union, how do you find out exhaustive, intersection, mutually exhaustive means what, mutually exclusive means what. So then all these types also we have done. So in the exam they may give you a data and then they'll ask you ये क्या है, कौन सा type of data है that you find out, or what type of event it is that you find out, or else they'll just name, give an example of exhaustive events, that also they'll tell you. So exhaustive also, so that also you can do. And various examples on probability we dealt with today, on coins, on cards, on dice rolled. Okay, so we also went through about the elementary properties of probability. So that's it for today. We'll do some other sums relating to combinations next time involving probabilities. Okay, that's it for today.